Welcome to Slaughterhouse Stories. I hope you enjoy the story I have for you tonight. Into the further you go. To start your venture into the fray, first you settle at the end of the day. Plead to prepare you for what you may see. You thank him for placing the fruits on the tree, and as the ticking takes you further below, into the further you go. You light your home with a single flame, to guide you out and far from disclaim, away from the smoke and what you may see. To flee back to safety, the light is the key, and as the ticking takes you further below, into the further you go. Close your eyes and sharpen your mind, for all weariness you leave behind. Any links to love in the world must be shed, for what lies below longs to hide in your head. And as the ticking takes you further below, into the further you go. Meditate for an hour and a second. Keep your mind here and refrain from flexion. Contemplate the further and what you may see. Let your mind open, and your soul will be free. And as the ticking takes you further below, into the further you go. As you steady in this state, explore and venture, but do not wait for any company you decide to stem. Go on without. In here you can't see them. And as the ticking takes you further below, into the further you go. Take the candle you lit before, and venture out of the nearest door. Your sanctuary is gone and your home disappeared. Welcome to the further and all that you feared. And as the ticking takes you further below, into the further you go. Normality now is to see blinking red lights near and around you in the curling rise of yellow smoke and fog you were sure definitely was not there before. And as the ticking takes you further below, into the further you go. Your ears in the eternal night play tricks. Let the faucet overflows with the waters of Styx. The reddest lights continue to gore as the smoke leads you to the front of his door. And as the ticking takes you further below, into the further you go. A warning to all adventurers, beware. The bodiless eyes bid a scarlet glare, to alert that you're here to their invisible peers. Behind its door, their warnings he hears. And as the ticking takes you further below, into the further you go. If you grow scared, your journey must stop. The further comes alive to bargain a swap of their empty blackness for your beating heart. Go in through the door for the end to start. And as the ticking takes you further below, into the further you go. On the other side of the gated way, the flames of hell much further away. Hideous thoughts and smells abound. Their faces spin around and around. And as the ticking takes you further below, into the further you go. They stare at you from a single frame, their mouths moving quietly and uttering blame, and hate for you and all that you've done. You'll feel to end, your mind will run. I counted 3 the time I went. In a tall mirror their faces bent, and curved around like a painted frown that one could find on the face of a clown. These are the faces of the people you've lost, the ones you envisioned, and the ones that cost your heartache and longing for months on end. Your thoughts of goodbye, up to heaven you'd send. But no, here they are, they swirl in the mirror. Down in the further, life becomes clearer than anything that could have sparked the idea to share a midnight somewhere but here. In front of the glass, you lose your mind. Crouched in the dark, the door behind. You'll hear it slam shut, regardless of luck. Inside the further, you're stuck. dark where evil sleeps, where sanity is useless trash, I tell a tale to give you creeps and inspire true fear of things that slash. On a quiet All Hallows Eve, when rain did drizzle from the sky, two siblings from their home did leave, not dressed as ghosts, but end was nigh. While friends of theirs did candy find among the houses that they passed, the siblings were of a different mind. To another house they hurried fast. They had been promised a lovely thing by a man with long, sharp teeth. If they came at midnight's ring, they'd raise their mother who sleeps beneath. The ritual was long and harsh. Twice they fainted dead away. Their blood was marking every hearth. When lit they marked the spirit's way. And in a scream and rushing wind, one sibling stared upon the other, dead and fallen in their sin. He had not seen their risen mother. From the hearth's nut blackened grate, a crawling figure made of ash pulled herself in and sealed the fate of her two children as she moved fast. The living child gazed on in horror as Ash Mother swallowed the dead sibling whole. Their mother was hungry, was now a terror. She smiled at the living child, bloody and cold. The other child ran, but did not get far. Teeth now sank into her arm, and she shrieked. Ash Mother didn't notice her child's alarm, and with crunches, she put her child to sleep. The Ash Mother waits in that house all alone. Her children are gone, and her hunger remains. Dare you to enter, and you will atone. For the sins of the siblings, you will feel their pain. In the dark where evil sleeps, where sanity is useless trash, I've told a tale to give you creeps and inspire true fear of things that slash. That's it for tonight's story. But before we end things, your favorite scary story narrator would like you to check out the Slaughterhouse Stories podcast, available at all your favorite podcast sites. So download and subscribe. Be a listener, not a victim. And as always, thank you for listening. If you enjoyed tonight's story, please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay spooky.